Who was the president during the American Revolution? Most people would answer George Washington, but here's the truth. There was no president at all. It's one of history's strangest ironies that the war which gave birth to the United States was fought without every office that would later define it. The year was 1775. 13 colonies stood on the edge of rebellion. What began as a fight over taxes and representation soon spiraled into a struggle for freedom against the most powerful empire on earth. Britain, proud and unshakable after the French and Indian War, turned to its colonies for revenue. The Stamp Act, the Townshend Acts, the Tea Act. To London, these were simple taxes. To the colonists, they were chains. Boston burned with unrest. The Tea Party became a symbol of defiance. The Intolerable Acts were the final straw. And then April 19, 1775, Lexington and Concord. The first gunfire. The shot heard round the world. But here's what's incredible. While muskets blazed and empires clashed, the revolutionaries had no president, no commander-in-chief in government, and no central power. What they had was faith. A faith placed in a man named George Washington. In June 1775, he took command of the Continental Army with no uniforms, no navy, and barely any gunpowder. He led farmers, merchants, and blacksmiths against one of the most trained militaries the world had ever seen. They suffered brutal winters at Valley Forge. They endured loss after loss. Yet somehow they endured. Then came turning points. Trenton, Washington's daring crossing of the icy Delaware on Christmas night. Saratoga, a victory so stunning it convinced France to join the cause. And finally, Yorktown, where with French help the British Army was trapped and forced to surrender. The war ended in 1783. The Treaty of Paris made it official. The United States was free. But let's go back to that question. Who was president during all this? The answer is no one. The Continental Congress governed the war effort. They had presidents, yes men like John Hancock and Peyton Randolph, but these were not leaders of a nation. They were moderators, guiding debates, not commanding armies. Their title, President of Congress, held no real power. If America had a true leader during the Revolution, it was Washington, the general, the symbol, the steady hand holding the young republic together. But even he refused the title of king or ruler. His mission was freedom, not power. Only years later, in 1789, would Washington finally become the first president of the United States, not as a conqueror, but as a servant of the people. So, during the Revolution, America fought without a president and won. It built a nation out of courage, unity, and belief, proving that leadership isn't always about titles. Sometimes it's about conviction. The Revolution ended in victory. The presidency was born in its aftermath. And in that moment, a nation learned not just how to fight, but how to lead. Watch more of our videos to discover the hidden stories that shaped America's past.